Hello, everyone. Right now, I'd like to talk about J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is a bigot that wrote the Harry Potter series. She is a very outspoken critic of the transgender, movement that's perceived. So, let's take a dive. Now, a lot of times when I do videos, I try to do some research. I try to sound smarter than I actually am. I try to sound more composed than I actually am. But no, I'm just going to act like my idiot self on this one. For those of you who don't know, I am not as smart as I act on the internet. Now you know. So I'm just going to take a dumb person's approach to this because I've tried to be smart about it. I've tried to figure this woman out, but every time I apply my brain, I can't do it. I come around in circles. I just don't get it. So maybe I figured it out. J.K. Rowling, who is an outspoken transgender critic, I think, deeply, deeply, deeply wishes she could be a man, but is not. Let me explain. In our United States, the most anti-gay Republicans you could find, people like Lindsey Graham and Mike Johnson, are probably gay. Lindsey Graham has actually just been outed by Laura Loomer on a deposition, and she told during this deposition that Lindsey Graham was gay, and then when she got a backlash for it, she's like, I was under oath, I had to tell him. This is something that a lot of people have been peddling for a long time. Lindsey Graham is mad at God because he's gay, and is acting the way he does because he's lashing out. He's throwing a little hissy fit. Mike Johnson is a huge anti-gay Republican that has actually come up in these past couple years. He is the Speaker of the House, and he actually credits his wife, who's helped him so much, with her, and he doesn't really say this, with her conversion therapy center. That's right. Not gay Mike Johnson married a woman who owns a conversion therapy center. And then there's, I think, a Chris Bachman who married Michelle Bachman, who absolutely went to conversion therapy too. And that's got to be, as much as Michelle Bachman is a disgusting person, think about what she's going through. She was a pretty lady in her heyday. So part of her relationship, she thinks she's doing one for God because she's keeping this gay guy married to her. But for whatever reason, no matter how pretty she looks, her husband is just not into it. If she wasn't a disgusting person, I'd feel sorry for her. But you kind of get the point. The most anti-gay people you can ever find probably want some dongs in their mouth at all times. I don't know why it's that way. It's just that way. I get it. If you want to be against something, if you are a way that everybody hates, the best way to deflect it is to be vocal about it. I don't know, human nature or something. But unfortunately, a lot of the anti-gay Republicans and a lot of people who are against it, wishing they can have one in their mouth and in the back simultaneously. And maybe one in each hand too, and in between the toes if they could fit. It's just the way it is. So let's apply that. Let's apply that to transgenderism. Who is the most outspoken critic that you can think of being transgender? J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, I thought that was a man's name when I heard it, so that's a very masculine name. Whatever. That's fine. And she keeps on lashing out constantly at the transgender community. Can't even keep her mouth shut about it. Maybe J.K. Rowling wishes she was a man, because that would make so much sense. Maybe she saw the boys playing some football in her home and got excluded and wished she could play with the boys but couldn't. Maybe that's it. Maybe she wanted to absolutely go and help her dad in the garage but couldn't because her dad didn't want a girl holding the flashlight. Maybe, just maybe, she's seen somebody that had the absolute gumption and the cojones and the fortitude to follow their hearts and do what they felt was good for them, and she just doesn't have the courage to do that. I don't know. It's really hard to figure out. The woman's a writer. She writes stories about wizards and dragons and whatever. I mean, what she's known for is pretty nerdy and gay. I'm not against it. I played Dungeons and Dragons in high school. I'd still play if I had people to play with. I don't care if it's a gay thing to do. I love it. I love RPGs. I love anything in the fantasy genre. But let's think about this for a second. I might be against right-wingers, but secretly I'm not one. Don't like the ruling class. I don't hate women. Don't hate black people. Don't hate brown people. Don't hate women getting abortions. And I just don't hate the LGBTQ plus community. The only thing I really don't like about the LGBTQ plus community, can't even say it, is there's so many letters in that acronym now that I don't even know what to tell you. Other than that, you're absolutely fine. I would just like to do what Southern people refer to as queer folk. That's got a nice name to it, sounds prominent, but whatever. As I said, this is a video of me being an ignoramus and coming from a dumb point without any research. So back to J.K. Rowling. So the woman with a man's name hates transgender people. And if you wanted to guess, and if you followed in the steps of people who are anti-gay, secretly want to be gay and get away with it, maybe, just maybe, she wishes she was someone like me. A big 6 foot, over 200-pound manly man who works in the trades and absolutely loves being a dude. I like sports, I like power tools, and I think it's awesome. So I don't know, maybe if J.K. Rowling can hear this, if she really wanted to transition, now's the time to do it. It's getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and it's becoming more widely accepted every day that goes on. So please, J.K. Rowling, you're welcome. You can come join us, and I will defend your right to do so.